Welcome, my friends, Romans, countrymen. Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. The presidential election. I'm right about this. Today is Tuesday. Okay, so the presidential election is 1 week from today. In just 7 days, we will finally probably still not know who won. The polls remain incredibly tight as Americans try to decide between an expanded child tax credit and the 1,000-year Reich of Hamburger Himmler. But there are some signs, out there, and this is heartening, there's some signs out there that Harris has the momentum because in an historic bellwether, today we learned Harris won Nickelodeon's Kids Pick the President poll. Come on. Come on. Easy money. Congratulations to the vice president and all the kids runners-up, but poop and Donald Trump with a poopy butt. Now, tonight, Harris gave a speech that her campaign billed as her closing argument. It took place after we taped our show here at around 6 o'clock, but we already know it was rich with symbolism because she spoke in D.C. at the Ellipse, the place from which Trump launched the January 6th attacks on Congress, to urge Americans to turn the page on the divisive and chaotic Trump era. Yes, it is time to turn the page, and the book is Moby Dick. Well, Queequeg, Pequod. To grab even more attention, the Harris campaign also unveiled the first ever political ad on the Las Vegas sphere. Look at that. That's kind of beautiful. It's the most iconic Las Vegas political ad since David Copperfield pulled Bob Dole out of a hat. Early voting is already happening all over the country, and yesterday one patriotic senior cast his ballot because President Biden voted in Delaware. And afterwards, reporters asked him how it felt.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I know sweet, Jack. I'm the ice cream guy. My favorite flavor is butter, can't believe they pushed me out. Oh. Look, I brought my own spoon. Now, I'm just joking. I'm just joshing you. Over on the Republican side, Donald Trump is still dealing with the firestorm following Sunday's Madison Square Garden hate fest, where the first speaker of the evening called Puerto Rico an island of floating garbage. The headlines have been really rough for the GOP, including Trump's Puerto Rico fallout is spreading like wildfire in Pennsylvania. Puerto Rico Republican chair is demanding a Trump apology for his rally's racist remarks. And the Trump campaign is struggling to contain Puerto Rico October surprise. Here's a little pro tip. When running for president, try not to October surprise yourself. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Gosh darn it. Oops-a-daisy, I filled myself pushing an old lady into the river and sent it to CNN. Classic October surprise. It's rare to tell a joke so bad that it alters the course of human history. Last time that happened was in 1914 when Archduke Franz Ferdinand was at an open mic. Serbian assassins are so ugly, their portraits hang themselves. Ha ha! That joke killed me. Uh-oh, World War I is starting. Well, he knew that it was only World War I.
Wow.
He knew there was going to be a second one. That's amazing. Too soon? Today, Trump stepped up like a man and took responsibility for absolutely nothing. Saying of the speaker, I don't know him. Somebody put him up there. I don't know who he is. And claimed he hadn't listened to the speaker's remarks. Look, someone plans those things, not me. I don't see or hear anything because they keep me hooded all day long. Like a falcon, okay? Otherwise, I start flapping my arms and trying to fly away. But this morning, Trump fixed everything with Puerto Ricans by actually going on Truth Social and actually posting this actual video.
I will vote
for Donald Trump. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump.
See? It's got a beat. It's got a hook, baby. See, Puerto Ricans, you love Trump. And he proved it by sharing the song made by a Cuban band. Okay, to be fair, he may not realize those aren't the same place. Look, I want to apologize to Puerto Rico in your native tongue. Lucy, you got a lot of splaining to do. We miss you, Ricky. Bring back Ricky, I say. What happened to Ricky? This morning, Trump held a press conference down in Mar-a-Lago. It became pretty clear that he attended a different rally than the rest of us watched.
I don't think anybody has ever seen anything like what happened the other night at Madison Square Garden. The love in that room, it was breathtaking.
Yes, it's breathtaking. It was such a evening full of love. It reminds me of the Shakespeare sonnet, "Shall I compare thee to a floating pile of garbage?"
Watch yourself. Easy.
Have an ice pack handy. Yesterday, this was just yesterday? Yesterday, Trump was down in Georgia defending himself against charges that he's a fascist.
You know, years ago, my father, I had a great father, he's a tough guy. He used to always say, never use the word Nazi, never use that word. And he'd say, never use the word Hitler, don't use that word.
Well, that's just weird. You can't say Hitler? What does that mean? It's not a swear word. My dad used to say, you can't say Hitler, okay? Don't you dare take his name in vain. And he'd make me put a quarter. Anytime I would, he would make me put a quarter in the Hitler jar. And when it got filled, he would send it to my uncles in Argentina. Tough guy, my dad, very tough. These uncles, very tough guys. They'd always been in Argentina. Trump talks about some other stuff. For instance, he was very impressed with Elon Musk, whose space company recently caught a rocket in midair. The catch was impressive, but of course, Trump made it weird.
Coming down, they said, oh, it's going to crash into the gantry. I said, oh. And then those engines kicked in and the fire and the flame starts pouring out of the left side and starts pushing it over. And it comes down and those big, beautiful arms hugged it like you hugged your child.
Dad, rocket ship Eric coming in for a landing. Catch me in 3, 2, 1. That's okay. Dad, that's okay, Dad. Houston, we have a concussion. With a week to go, efforts to disrupt the vote are already underway because over the last few days, ballots in ballot boxes were set on fire in 3 states, including 2 ballot drop boxes and a postal service mailbox. Thankfully, no one was hurt. But this is concerning. From now on, we should put ballot boxes in the safest possible location. Locked up with the deodorant at CVS. Excuse me, could you unlock this plexiglass shield so I can drop off my ballot? Also, just tell me now, am I gonna need the Ocean's 11 crew to help me break out some Listerine over there? These incidents seem related, and Portland police have released this image of the suspected arsonist driving a Volvo. So residents should be on the lookout for a man over 40 who uses the turn signal to enter his own driveway. Which is the right thing to do, by the way. As a 60-year-old man, that is the right thing to do. It's not for you, it's for the person behind you. Down in Arizona, they've already apprehended a suspect in a different case. It's a 35-year-old man named Dieter Klofkon, who told Phoenix police that he had set fire to a mailbox, claiming he committed the arson because he wanted to be arrested and that his actions were not politically motivated. A lot of people do things like that just for the fame, because, you know, now we'll all remember the name Diet Popcorn? We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is Tom Hanks. Yeah, that one. But when we come back, I star in a brand new Halloween play with a special spooky guest.